friend, I'd sacrifice all those nights if I could make the earth and my dreams the same. The only difference is to let love replace all I hate. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where line and sea? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streams? So let's go there. Yeah, let's go there. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Can you take me higher to a place where line and sea? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streams? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets?
All right, that was cool. But let me set up the show here. I've done kept everybody waiting long enough. I thought it'd be cool to do that. Rec Talk, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can-
Oh, that's loud.
Oh, that's me. That was on me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Damn, that's loud. Hang on, let me change.
Yeah. Sorry. I said your audio was low, but the music sounded low. I don't know.
I've been
Super
struggling.
hot.
Yeah, I've been struggling with freaking music or sound for a while, but I think I actually just figured it out. So, give me 1 second. I'll get us on the stream. But yeah, I just threw that cute little intro together to get everybody a little bit hyped.
I like it.
Yeah, dude, I'm freaking stoked, and it's been quite the journey so far. Here we go. There we go. All right. Now we're on screen. Welcome everybody to the Georgia Tech live show with your boys, Sea Dog and Rec Talk, and it's been a great It's been a great time being a Tech fan lately.
Number 7, baby.
Yep.
Number 7.
I know, I'm stoked. We got put up at number 7 this week. I was saying it's like a little bit surreal to be up there next to like Oregon, you know?
Yeah, right behind Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the rankings. Like, I'm sure Ohio State's 1. Is Indiana 2? They've got to be.
Indiana is 2, yeah. And then here, I can pull it up. I think Alabama is 3 now, which is
That makes sense.
Here, I got it here.
Georgia's probably 4.
Yeah, so Texas A&M is actually 3, then Alabama, then Georgia, Oregon, and then us. So we're in good company there in the top 10.
Nice.
How about that? I want to really quick go through the chat, see everybody that's freaking here. Thanks. Y'all let me know. Were you stoked on the freaking intro or what? All I did was go to like the Georgia Tech Twitter and play their like hype videos.
Yeah, you self-snitched. Like we saw in the video, you go into Twitter. Why are you self-snitching?
Sorry. No, I didn't like put a ton of effort into it. I just thought it'd be cool to play some epic music and friggin' and get everybody stoked up and up to the journey up to this point, because getting to 7 wins is not easy. 7 wins and 0 losses, that is.
Haynes King takes us high.
So let's see who's in the chat. We got Anthony Gata, Kayan from Siren, Atypical
What'd you
Gump.
call him?
Hey, he said it, not me.
Right.
Punk Hazard, Stan Gardner, Josh Pittman, J.R. Burns. Remember, winning ain't free. Send a check if it's only $100.
You have to read that again with a little grizzle in your voice, though.
Jacket Nation. Remember, winning ain't free. Send a check, even only if it's $100. We need 40,000 fans. Send in a check every calendar quarter. That would be $16 million annually.
I didn't say read it like Polly Walnuts. Hey, winning ain't free here, guys. Forget about it. Just send a check.
Hey, whoa. What is this, like round bread?
What is this, the comedy bus to you?
Brian Watson, Flockish, Eric S. Nerdstop, thank you for the super chat. Top 10 Jackets, let's go! Woohoo! Juice, Motivated, Dedicated. Let's see. Yeshua Follower, thank you for the super chat. Highest we've been ranked since 2014, yeah. And didn't Duke mess our freaking thing up last time? So
I don't know, but I love that he has the correct pronunciation of Jesus, which is Yeshua.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
GT on top. He says he likes the intro. Well, good. I just threw it together real quick, but it is what it is.
Not a big deal.
I know, right? Oh, Rex Hawk, thank you for the super chat.
I was waiting, but go ahead.
Well, I appreciate you supporting the channel, Rex Hawk. He says, trying to turn the Yellow Jackets loose. Hashtag Charlotte. I do agree. I'm sure we'll be talking about our very real chances at going to the ACC title tonight. Thank you, Rex Hawk, for supporting the show. It means a lot. Thank you, everybody, for these super chats. I'm moving on down. We got David. Quite a few people in here. I'm freaking stoked on you guys in here. Mindfish, thank you for the super chat.
Love him.
I love that guy. He made like one of the best like documentaries about the Georgia Tech. It was Brent Key's first full year as a head coach. I hope that he does another one of those. Although I'm not gonna hound him for it, because that, I'm sure, was a hard thing to do. Like, that was a...
What did he call you?
What?
What did he call you in that video?
A lolcow?
Well,
he said I might appear to be a lolcow upon first glance, I'm pretty sure. That was a great video, though. And I would love to see another one, although I know that probably took an insane amount of time to make.
Call this man C Boogie over here.
Yeah. But he says, thanks for being along for the whole for this whole ride. After yesterday, the season has transcended from a great year to something truly special. Go Jackets. I couldn't agree more. I've got a lot to say about that, too, and our path forward. But thank you for the super chat, and thank you, Stan Gardner, for the super chat. New era of Georgia Tech football, but some things never change. Sea Dog stays late. Hey! I was here at 7:30. Did I not start it at 7 freaking 30?
I think it was 7:31.
31? Oh, you all right. You got me.
I wasn't paying attention.
Whatever you say. Well, thank you for the $20, Stan. That's really generous of you, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the love that my Jackets fans are showing me tonight. We have so much to freaking be excited for. So thank you all for the super chats right off the bat.
And also for Mindfish, if you guys don't know, when we went up to North Carolina last year, it was him, Pittman, and me, and Pittman's girlfriend, who I'm sure being with us three it is. Anyways, I am 100% convinced he's in the CIA or was in the CIA. So I just want that to be known.
Nice. So yeah, dude, where should we start? I guess Jackets. There's not only is there a lot going on with Georgia Tech, there's a lot going on in the world of college football as well. Some significant firings today, or firing, I should say. I'm sure we'll talk about that. Sunbelt Billy ousted at Florida. And a lot, and that that's kind of particularly interesting to us because a lot of people have Brent Key pegged for that job. I'm sure we'll talk about that. I bet
Slim $20,000 or something. That
yeah, you did
go in there too.
Yeah, if you want a spoiler on our take on that, we'll get to that. But that is from today. We got to start out with probably yesterday's news, which is Georgia Tech taking down Duke. Another noon game. We're living at noon this year.
Another sleepwalk.
Another sleepwalk in the first half. Like obviously we're over the freaking moon right now, being 7-0. But were you not having a heart attack during that game? I know I was.
Yeah, I mean, it's recorded on the internet. In fact, that's why I'm mad is written above me. I just haven't erased it. I started like a manual live rage meter, and I was getting mad.
Like Coach Coop?
Yeah, and I didn't have you here. So usually when you're here, you take lead on really showing people the emotion.
Crashing out.
And then like I naturally am like, it's gonna be okay, whatever. But I wasn't okay. I didn't have any.
I wasn't either, dude. It's a fun feeling, like being undefeated or whatever. But it's also scary. Because you never know when it's like, oh, God, when are we going to freaking blow it, And everybody's after you. You get in everybody's best shot. And which I'm not so sure if that was Duke's best shot or not. They had some freaking disastrous.
They kind of crashed out. And I wasn't going to say anything about this, but, I've seen people talking about it in the chat some. No one's thanked me yet for this victory. Not a single person has thanked me.
Go ahead and do your Kings. You can do it on my channel. It's okay.
It's not even an ad read. It legitimately, we're undefeated since I've grown the mustache. And I put on some King's Ransom beard oil in the fourth quarter, and we started beating their asses. Is this any coincidence? No,
I don't think so.
I'm not even bringing it up. I shouldn't say this. I don't even care if you buy any. I'm just saying that's more than a coincidence.
Yeah, I agree. Look, hey, you can do whatever you can pimp King's Ransom out to these people. I'll support any
I took a loan out to buy more.
There you go. I'll support any small business ran by Georgia Tech, them, Section 103, whatever else is the case. I support those guys big time. And I also support anybody that supports Rec Talk.
Yeah, also not sponsored, but did you get this shirt?
It's on the way. For whatever reason, they're boning me. In fact, I thought about that before the show, and I asked my wife. I'm like, "What? Where's my pool party shirt?" And she said it was like it just shipped. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but
Mine came lickety split.
I'm sure that they got. I'm sure they had a bunch, and then they got a ton of orders, and they were on back order or something like that.
Section 103 is 10% discounted today, so I would definitely take advantage of that. Also, I'm almost 100% sure I got scammed. I sent you a sweatshirt I bought that was basically that gold yellow jacket we had on our helmets against Virginia Tech. Someone on Facebook was advertising like a sweatshirt that looked so awesome, and that I can't find the confirmation. I looked into the Facebook page. It's sketchy as hell. They're like talking about how much they love kimchi and stuff. So I canceled my card and I now have a new card on the way.
Yeah. Jeez, dude.
But I'm a complete moron.
I would buy that thing, that sweatshirt he sent it to me. It's cool. Like I don't blame you for buying it. And let me know. I told you to let me know if that actually winds up being a good purchase, because oh my god.
Did your cat just
Can you give me a warning? I don't want. My wife just got out of the bath and walked through.
All right, there's a freebie for everyone watching the show.
I covered the camera real quick. She had a towel on, but I'm like, dang.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, recover from that real quick here. I'll take the lead here that you're recovering mentally from people seeing your.
No one saw. I covered it up.
I saw
it up. It's okay.
That game. So I started watching that game again, and Duke was well prepared defensively. Like, we were getting pushed around. Duke might be the best open field tackling defense I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Haynes King on that third down that we didn't convert near the end of the second quarter. Like, he about pulled out of that. And even guys that are shifty, like Malachi Hosley, man, they pursued and got that guy down. However, we forgot again that Haynes King is him.
Yeah, Haynes King, once again, the leading rusher by far with over 100 yards. I don't know the exact number, but he had over 100 yards rushing. Jamal Haynes, if I'm in a nitpick, there's not we won't harp on a ton of negatives. I'm sure this show, there is some. Jamal Haynes, again, 29 yards, and Hosley had 26 or something like that. I'm not sure what the deal is with the running backs. They're just almost non-existent. And when they do run, they don't get many. They're not averaging very high either.
Well, I think part of that is just how everyone's going to attack us, because that's how you have to attack us, by just stacking the box.
Yeah.
And most of that game, Duke was blitzing at least one linebacker through the A or B gap, just to take whatever gaps away from us running.
Yeah, but it's not even between the tackles too. It's on the outside too. It didn't feel like it was working either, which, usually go into the outside, we burn some people too, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, we're struggling to run, which is a little curious, but we found, we knew Isaiah Canyon was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be honestly, like Tantor said, somewhere between. Ew. Go
ahead.
Somewhere between Bebe Thomas and Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. He was a basketball player for the Bad Boys, something you don't know nothing about. But anyways, Isaiah Canyon might go down as one of the greats for Georgia Tech. He already looks that good. He had a ridiculous catch. This ain't Motel 6, buddy.
It's a little dark in
Yeah.
here.
Anyways, but look, huge victory. Duke was a 3.5 point favorite.
Yep.
And you end up winning 27-18. You end up handling business. We were talking about this because I've been really critical. I was even going back and forth with someone in my own comment section about, hey, I said the defense, the DBs would hold, defense would be fine. And look, I'm not prone to ever saying I'm wrong. So obviously I agreed with him, I disagreed with him. But we talked about it earlier today. And I was like, you know what? There are a lot of problems that we've talked about, some of them that you can point out with this team. The truth is they just find a way to win.
Yeah.
Like last year, this team last year would have lost to Wake. They would have lost to Duke. You know, we'd be on 2 losses right now.
Exactly. Or, hey, not even Wake or Duke, but we could also lost to dang, you know, Virginia Tech or, God forbid, Temple or Colorado. I mean, like, you know, any of those, like, lesser teams we can lose to, too, that, you know, that we should beat because we didn't, like, handle business against a lesser opponent that we should, you know what I mean? So that should be recognized too, that we are able to freaking take care of the teams that we are supposed to beat, that we're favored against. We're playing as a favorite. I mean, holy shit. We're playing as a freaking favorite.
Which, by the way, was hilarious to me in the press conference leading into the game when Kelly Quinlan asked him about, you know, being an underdog, like, oh, you know, Duke's a 3. He didn't even let Kelly Quinlan get the entire sentence out, and he's like, good, good, I love it. I freaking love it.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, you got to put that aside, though. This, like, you need to be an underdog thing is a little silly.
Yeah.
You got to move on and start, in Nick Saban's words, you got to start beating people's ass like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And this team is capable of that.
I agree. I want to say really quick, too, Nerdstop, thank you for the 2. You two really are a married couple. Well, I'm not sure what spurred that on.
Probably hold a hole on every stream, but
my wife's over here. She sounds like she's got something to say about that.
Look, we all have a lot of guys have a front. I'm just saying. lot of guys in that life been married and have kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's
just
true.
like you're about to.
That's true. I am the child of prophecy too.
Can we tell people?
Go ahead.
Look. I was thinking about this earlier today. Actually, okay, this will give away exactly how old I am, but that's fine. I've never really said that, but I was born in 1990. I'm a pretty badass dude, right? Georgia Tech won a national title in 1990. Mm-hmm. Sea Dog's kid's going to be born this year. We're 7-0.
That's right.
I think this is a prophecy that we're winning a national title.
I think so too. That thought has crossed my mind too. For my kid to be born this year, when Tech is, I mean, we're like in a football renaissance.
It's like the Baroque period.
This is like, I'm still like in shock of what I'm seeing. Like I said, you know, seeing us up there in the top 10 next to the likes of Oregon is just like, it's insane to me. Like, I don't know, man. It's surreal. And for my kid to be born this year too, I'm gonna be telling him about this his whole life. So
yeah, be like, look, the whole time you were bouncing around in that belly, Haynes King was bouncing off tacklers and scoring touchdowns. It was insane.
I know, dude. I know. But yeah, the Duke game, it was a really freaking good Lord.
Yeah, we both saw that at the same time.
That's a great comment, Nerdstop. That's a great one. Yeah, you got us stun locked on that one, right?
Yeah, man, he got me locked in the final combo. He's got me in the Dark Souls 1 Manus combo right now.
I need to take a second for that one. But
let's reset.
Yeah, reset. Where do we go from there?
Look, we took care of Duke. All right. And if you look ahead,
did.
like we're 18-point favorites, 17.5 or 18-point favorites against Syracuse.
Yeah, the Duke game reminded me a lot of the Wake Forest game, where like it was a tale of two halves. You know, we came in. Look, they also had a freaking bye week to prepare, and and it showed in the first half. But we made adjustments, came out, took care of business. We outscored them big time in the second half, and we took care of them. And dude, I'm all in. I don't even care, dude. I'm not scared of Syracuse at all. Like I'm not scared.
They're all.
I'm not scared of them. Like I was scared to death of Virginia Tech, and even more so of Duke. Like I'm not anymore. We have not well. We do have four. We have 4 ACC games left. I'm gonna pull up our schedule really quick.
Go ahead. While you're doing that, I'm so committed, I might transition to Zens. And if Brent Key's watching,
Whoa.
I'm popping a double decker here, 6 milligram, just for you.
Transition to Zens. Okay.
I'm transitioning.
I know. So, yeah, we do have Syracuse and then NC State, which is the due date of my kid. Like my kid's going to be here soon. So I don't know what that's going to look like, if I'll be able to stream or, make videos. I'll probably be pretty tied up. But just know my heart is with you, Jacket Nation.
Yeah. And that's something else I didn't think about. Since your wife has been pregnant, Georgia Tech has not lost.
Right. Right.
It's just crazy.
I know. So we have Syracuse and then a bye week. No. I'm sorry. Syracuse, then NC State, then a bye week.
At NC State, at Boston College, Pitt, Georgia, right? Yep.
Yeah. So that's a good spot for a bye, I think, between 2 road games. Not that
Can
Boston.
you address that too? Will you stream the birth live for everybody?
Will I stream the birth? It's funny. We went into a hospital, and they were saying that was not. They pointed out that was not allowed. They felt the need to.
How did that come up? Just in a conversation with your doctor?
They were taking us on the tour. They were like, okay, on the day of the birth, this is what you'll be doing. You park here, you come in, this is where you go, stuff like that. And it was just part of their routine. It didn't even. None of us brought it up. I didn't be like. I wasn't like, hey, can I stream the birth? They mentioned that just without, maybe they saw that I was Sea Dog. They were like, oh, Sea Dog's here. I better mention that.
That's what I was thinking. And I was also thinking, because we have a lot of buddies that like to gamble, we could start setting lines on the weight and people could bet on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was 10 pounds when I was born.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I was 10 pounds when I was born, so who knows? My wife was only 5 when she was born, though, so, maybe somewhere in the middle. Maybe he's a big boy like his daddy. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, though. He's going to say to hell with Georgia like his daddy used to do. Right?
And still does.
That's right. And still does. But I used to, too.
But I used to, too. Obviously, that's been an issue in the past. Yeah, someone's like, hold on. We're live on Instagram right before you push again. Give a thumbs up and do an ad read for us real quick.
Yeshua asks if I have any baby GT clothes yet. Yeah, I had a ton of people at the baby shower give me Georgia Tech clothes for the baby. I also bought him some myself. So look, I got this sitting right here. This was on. We had a diaper cake, and this was on the top of it.
Nice.
And then we actually have 2 of these. 2 people gave us these. So yeah, that baby has got tons of Georgia Tech stuff. And I also bought him Haynes King's baby book that he wrote, or kids book.
Did that ever come in?
Yeah, I've got it. Maybe we'll do a reading.
You can read it to me like I'm a kid.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. It's very wordy for a kid's book.
Yeah, his dad was a football coach.
It's like he led the Jackets on to the first bowl berth in the Gasparilla Bowl and however many years, and he threw for 20 touchdowns, tied for the. I'm like, dang, man.
Daddy, what's a bowl game?
Usually it's like, he's a quarterback. He throws the ball. That's what I thought it would be like, but no, it's like no. It goes on and on about his achievements. But look, that freaking that kid's book that Haynes King wrote, he's gonna have to do a sequel because it's far from being incomplete. Complete. You know what I mean?
I do now. Yes.
It's there's quite a few things that have happened since that book has come out that he could put in there. And Haynes King, like we were talking about this today, like Haynes King is becoming my favorite Georgia Tech quarterback in my lifetime. Surpassing JT, of course, which, like, I just before I say it, I want to finish out his. I want him to finish out his career because, like you were saying this. We talked on the phone earlier, and you were saying like, JT took us to an ACC title.
Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Won an Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Beat Georgia twice.
Georgia twice, yeah. So,
Pretty sure it was twice. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
So, both times in Athens, too.
Yeah. But if Haynes King has already delivered us some of the most amazing wins that we've seen, right? Like, I'll never forget for the rest of my life either of those Miami wins that we got.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, crazy. Yeah. See the chat saying Reggie Ball. Nesbitt, Josh Nesbitt. Do you not remember Josh Nesbitt? No. That would have been in 2009.
No. I was little. I wasn't, or that was about the time where I would go to the games or whatever, and we would tailgate and throw the football or whatever, but we never went into the game. I was just too young to remember that. Like, I don't really remember it now.
Josh Nesbitt would be like if you took the toughest guy you've ever met and put him at quarterback, and he was also extremely athletic.
Yeah.
Like he fumbled the ball against Florida State when we played him, got up, stripped the ball back out of the guy's hand that recovered the fumble for us to
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, that was Josh Nesbitt.
He was, yeah. Well, that sounds like King because Haynes King is, as they say, tough as $2 steak.
Yeah.
So, Nerdstop, thank you again for the super chat. You're really supporting the show tonight, and I appreciate that a lot. He says Haynes King book is only for those children worthy. I'm sure UGA fans would struggle to read it now. Yeah, well, it's a kid's book for Tech fans, but it's an adult book for Georgia fans.
you have to be able how to read at I don't know, a 5th grade level probably.
Yeah. Also, somebody asked, Stan Gardner asked if I'm going to the Syracuse game. We'll see. We're going to the doctor tomorrow, and if she's like, we'll see. I might because my brothers might want to go, and the answer is maybe. It's just my wife's like about to pop, so
I think that's going to be a no, man. Like I'm going to go ahead and overrule you there as someone who's had a kid. That's going to be a no.
Yeah. Not okay. Maybe not. Probably not. Is the answer.
Yeah. Also, you could go to your next doctor's visit, and they might just set a date and be like, "Hey, based on how things are going, we're just going to set a date to come to the hospital and all that
to induce." Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, but if not, I'll probably stream, and then I can just be home with her. I'll stream the game. You're going, right?
I will be there. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll stream the game then. And then if, she goes into labor during the game, I can just take her to the hospital in the stream. I'm sure the game will be over by halftime.
You should be like, hon, can you just wait until another commercial break here?
Yeah. I'll have it on in the car on the way. My friend, my buddy Cody, he was over here yesterday. He taught me a trick for when you're driving of how to watch the game. If you take your phone and set it on the dash, it reflects up onto the windshield. And you can see it, but also keep your eyes on the road.
That sounds like something you shouldn't admit to people.
All right, not or so I'm told.
Yeah.
Or so I'm told. But yeah, the Syracuse game this week.
I'm not worried at all about it.
I'm not. Syracuse.
By the way, we talked about this too. Fran Brown's on a 3-game losing streak, right?
He hadn't showered in 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
He about to be a stinky bitch for 4 weeks.
Ever since Angeli went down, they've gone over. They have barely scored any points. Like, it's been really bad for Syracuse.
Yeah, and Fran Brown's been doing Fran Brown things where, like, so if you guys don't know, Fran Brown last year said he doesn't shower after losses. Now, we don't know what the duration is. Does that mean till you win again or not? But he said showers are for winners, which is insane. Obviously, even if you lose, you should shower.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. And then he was asked about like last week or the week before, because there's so many coaching jobs open, like, has anyone tried to poach you? And his answer was, I'm at Syracuse at the moment. Aren't I? Like, that pisses me off. You would ask me like that. Like, at the moment, I'm at Syracuse, which is a weird way to keep saying at the moment. Makes me think he's pissed no one has called him.
He's like, yeah, that's disrespectful that you would ask me that. It's like, bro, like, how many things can you be offended at?
Yeah, you get offended because people play tubas when you're trying to kick.
Yeah.
Get offended because Brent Key didn't say y'all were best friends and didn't go to Pottery Barn together after every practice or whatever. It's weird.
We'll get back to that. Michael Duggar, thank you for the 2. He said, name your kid Brent. Yeah, I'm having a trouble deciding if I should name my kid Brent or Haynes or Megatron. I don't know.
Might have to throw Isaiah in there.
Yeah, Isaiah. A little too early for that. Maybe I might have to have my next kid be named that.
That would suck if you like named your kid after a player and then they end up transferring the next year.
I know, yeah. Got to finish. That's a good point. You got to finish out the year. And then Caden, thank you for the 2. He says, congratulations to the Jackets. Good luck. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The way that's worded doesn't sound like he's a Tech fan. But
we appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever team you're a fan of, appreciate it. But back to Syracuse. They've been down bad ever since. They're 3 losses in a row to SMU, Pittsburgh, and Duke. And they have scored 3, 18, and 13 in those games. So their offense without Angeli is clearly like horrible.
Yeah.
So
we should be able to do whatever we want to do to Syracuse.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a noon kick again, though.
And I'm not scared of them at all, man. It's a noon kick, yeah, but it's at home, so it's not a noon road kick. So that's where I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, we'll be fine, I'm not worried about it. Like, even if like we had already been upset or whatever the case, even if we lost a dude, like, I still wouldn't be worried about it because the revenge factor from last year is going to be a thing, I'm sure, for the Jackets,
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know that matters. I mean, they're just very, very bad. So we have 2 teams on our schedule that are just very, very bad. Syracuse, Boston College.
Even if they were good, like, even if they still had Angeli, I picked this one as a win in the offseason just because I know I'm ready for some revenge against these bastards. I hate them, dude, and I hate Fran Brown. He's such a he's my least favorite coach in the ACC right now. He's overtaken Narduzzi.
Yeah, ACC huddles in Louisville. That's right. So, why would ACC huddle come to this game? Yeah. I also like this weekend in general was a crazy weekend.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, there 9 top 25 teams lost this weekend. 9 of them. And there's only 6 undefeated teams left. Like, all these undefeated teams have been going down, and Georgia Tech just keeps going. It feels amazing.
When you told me that earlier today, I could have sworn Sea-Dog said 9 of the top 5 teams in the country lost this weekend.
9 of them! That's how crazy it is. Yeah.
so we know so Miami lost, which was not super shocking. Like, it was shocking. The manner in which it happened was shocking.
You
With
know, I
4
brought
picks.
I brought that up. I was like, on the ACC show, I was like, look, man, Louisville's probably the best team they have on their schedule. If they're like, Louisville not losing to Miami, blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, they lost, and that freaking that really cleared the path to the ACC title for us. Like that was absolutely massive because you had us, Duke, which we beat Duke, we handled that. Miami, and then SMU, but SMU is not going undefeated. They still play Miami and they still play Duke. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna win out in the ACC. And then Virginia. Now, both us and Virginia have a clear shot. All we got to do is win all our games, and we all got a clear shot to the title game. It could be us versus Virginia.
It could be. Virginia struggled with Washington State. They beat them 22-20. The 2 points coming off of a safety, and Washington State gave Ole Miss everything they wanted the week before they gave Virginia everything they wanted. So who's going on with that? Who knows what's going on with that? Miami's touchdown. Tim has crashed out fully, by the way.
The first thing I did when Miami lost was go to touchdown Tim.
Yep. And then you see he's posting pictures of terrorists saying, "This is our coaches." Like, he posts Osama bin Laden and says, "This is Mario Cristobal." We got to get rid of this guy. He's insane.
For any of those of you that don't know, Touchdown Tim is a Miami fan on Twitter, and it's the funniest. Touchdown Timothy is the funniest person you'll follow on Twitter. You need to go follow. If you're not following Touchdown Timothy, you don't know what you're doing. You're really missing out.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know who he is, this will tell you everything you need to know about the guy. Before the game started, and evidently he went to the Louisville-Miami game, he said, "Cranking one out for the game, boys. Wish me luck."
Yeah, he's also very thirsty. And he comments on a lot of women's posts, too, and everything like that. So,
well, when we discovered him, he had a top 10 list of women from other fan bases that basically he'd like to bang.
Yeah.
And then I started going through them on my channel, and I didn't realize that you could actually post porn on Twitter. And so one of them was a porn actress. And I was like, whoa, we almost had to shut the stream down.
Yeah, don't browse through Touchdown Tim's Twitter at work.
No.
Do it on your own time.
No. So the other thing is, and like, I'm kind of done trashing Florida State. I'm going to address it in my ACC Power Rankings video. Obviously, Florida State loses 20-10 to Stanford.
Yeah.
It's not like, again, they're like with North Carolina. It's not fun anymore to even trash them because the most delusional fan base now agrees with you. Like, yep, Mike Norvell's trash. Yeah. They want to fire their AD. There's something systemically wrong with Florida State. It's not just your coaching staff. It's not just your administration, not the football player. Everything. Like, everything is a problem for Florida State. So I will stop trashing them if in, I guess a trade, you'll stop saying the solution to your problems is the SEC, because it's not.
Yeah, if they can get the money together, I'm sure that they will hire him or fire him, I mean. But otherwise, I mean, the only reason they wouldn't fire him is if they didn't have the money. Right. So,
and that's another thing that I think so like misunderstood, and I don't pretend to understand it, but people think that there's just, Florida State and all these teams, they just have a money printing machine somewhere. Like, well, if they really want to, they'll find the money to fire them. Mm-hmm. They might not have it.
Yeah, you can't just come out with it out of nowhere.
You can just pull it out your ass.
So I do think that I do think that they'll fire. Norvell's on borrowed time. As soon as they can get the money, he's out of there. But you don't lose to Stanford unless you've given up, cashed it in, and quit, basically.
It's been 393 days since Florida State won an ACC game.
Dang.
September 21st of last year, their last ACC win was against Cal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. Stanford's an awful team. Now, I do feel bad for Casanellis. He took a nasty hit when he was going down a slide. I'm pretty sure he's concussed. I don't know if anything's come out of that. But Stanford's entire offense was injured. Wasn't like they were completely healthy either.
Yeah.
And going back to the Miami-Louisville game, people say, well, Louisville was on a bye, though. So was Miami. Miami was also on a bye before that loss. This is crazy. This is why we love college football.
Yep. Norvell's about to have the best job in the world, in my opinion. Also, according to Tantor called it a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or whatever it was. Remember Tantor suggested on the show that they might be getting rid of him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I do think that. And not only Florida State, but Florida today has fired Sunbelt Billy Napier.
Yeah, now his buyout was around $20 million. I want to say, I think it was just shy of $20 million. And he was winning. He started winning, and they were like, "We don't give a shit what you win."
Yeah. Well, he did beat. I guess he beat Mississippi State and Texas, and some FCS team or something. But that's about it. I don't know. They were down bad. Obviously, Billy Napier, he finished 22-23. I'm pretty sure I saw was his overall record there at Florida, which is not cool. But
it's what they've had since Urban Meyer left, though. I think people need to look at Florida. People like Penn State and some of these other teams, that want to fire coaches all the time. You might be in this rigmarole for the next 15 years of trying to figure out how the hell to win some football games.
Mm-hmm.
The answer isn't always, we just got to fire everybody, So that might be the case for Florida. But now, I mean, who's on the top of the board for Florida to hire right now?
I'm sure that, we're bringing this up because obviously Brent Key is going to be high on their list because Brent Key is a better fit for Florida than Penn State. I was saying this about Penn State. Brent Key is not what Penn State needs. Penn State needs somebody who can elevate them to, elite status. Brent Key hasn't shown or demonstrated the ability to get a program to that level yet. He has shown the ability to pull a program out of the dumpster, which is Florida's needs. Penn State is not in the dumpster. They're just trying to get to the next level. Florida is in the dumpster, and Brent Key would be a slam dunk hire for Florida.
Sure.
But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, he's not going to Florida.
No, I don't think. I don't think he's going to Florida. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, the money." Okay, so do you think Brent Key's worth given a $10 million a year, $80 million contract over 8 years?
I think you said it. I think you said it the best. You said it maybe on our stream with Tantor. I've heard you say it a couple times. Whatever you're gonna have to pay Brent Key to leave Georgia Tech is going to be more than he's worth.
It's going to be a lot more than he's worth. I think it's going to be a lot more than he's worth. I mean, you'd have to probably come close to making him. You'd have to put him in the top 5 of coach pay,
right.
Probably. And just going to Florida, if you're Brent Key, you go to Florida, you take this big bag of money. If you're not winning 10 games in your 3rd year, they're going to be ready to fire you. So then he's got a young kid. You're going to move her again when your heart's really in Atlanta anyways. Why would you put yourself through that?
Yeah, he's playing his alma mater. He's winning.
His what?
His alma mater.
Okay.
I don't talk good, dude. I don't talk good. I don't see good or hear good. I basically operate.
You do one of them good, though.
I basically operate off a sense of smell.
And motion. So, if we want to hide from you, we just be real still.
Yeah, I'll probably overlook you. I'm dead ass serious. If something doesn't jump out at me, I don't notice it. I'm very bad at noticing things. It's bad.
Yeah.
So he's working for his alma mater,
So if your wife gets like a new haircut, like you're just boned. You're never gonna notice. You're about to get you're about to be sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, that's funny. I like it when my wife gets a haircut. Actually, it's like getting a new girlfriend. It's kind of cool.
What is?
It's like getting a new girlfriend when she cuts her hair.
Oh, you should tell her that. That kind of implies she was some kind of reptilian monster before she got a haircut. But
no, not reptilian. No, just like it's like different, and it's like okay, we're switching it up. I like it.
Wait, if it's different and good, it means that before it had to be bad.
Mayhem, thank you for the 5. He says Franklin to UF. Kiffin is probably the best option, but I don't see him going, to be honest. Franklin would be a great hire for Florida.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah, he would.
I would put so for me, now that Angeli's got his extension, $11.8 million a year, I think over 8. I think Lane Kiffin should be the number one option if you got the money to get whoever you want or make an offer.
Lane Kiffin is the best possible hire they can make. Or Signetti. But like you said, Signetti just got this crazy contract, so I don't know.
What did I say Angeli?
You did say Angeli.
I just made fun of you for being an idiot and then was on with that. Signetti is now off the table because you'd have to buy him out of an $80 million, $90 million contract.
Yeah.
And if I'm Lane Kiffin, again, why the hell would I go to Florida or Penn State? Why? They're going to build statues of this guy.
Yeah.
In Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He's already making 9 point something million. He's top 10 coach pay. He's also the quickest in Ole Miss history to 50 wins by a large margin. Like, they love him in Mississippi. I think it would be a mistake for him to go, especially, I mean, again, if he's not winning 9-10 games quickly at Florida, they're going to fire him.
Well, like you said, they got to give it. They'd probably have to make him one of the top paid coaches too. So who knows?
They'd have to make him the top paid coach. If you want Lane Kiffin, you got to make him the highest paid coach in the country right now. That's what I think.
Yeah. Ole Miss, they're already paying him like they're paying him the maximum amount that the state of Mississippi allows to pay a head coach. So they've maxed out that, and they're having boosters pay him the rest, of like to get him above that.
Hold on, Kiffin cannot win a natty at Ole Miss. He can at Florida. What does Florida have that Ole Miss doesn't? What is the storied history that Florida has that means that they can just hire someone and win natties? It's been a long time since Urban Meyer, and before Urban Meyer, Florida hadn't done shit. Period.
The game's changing these days too.
Well, I guess they had Spurrier and he won one national title with them, but
yeah, and the game is not the same as it was. There's more parity now than ever. And you could easily find yourself like in a situation. I think Ole Miss could, just because they haven't doesn't mean they couldn't. I think that things are a bit different nowadays. Like,
so way more donor money. Why aren't they winning? Why have they been searching for a coach worth of shit for 15 years now with all this donor money? And they probably do have more donor money. It's not doing anything for them, though. Their administration must be total idiots as to who they hire, which can't be solved with money.
Mayhem, thank you for the 5. He again, I appreciate the support for the show. He says, I don't see a coach that's available that can elevate Penn State from where they were already at. The answer for that question is Signetti, but I don't know. Could they buy him out? I think if they're serious about it, that they would buy it. I mean, you're already paying $50 million or whatever the Franklin buyout was. I mean,
I don't think Kiffin's a great fit at Penn State, though.
Kiffin? Signetti. I said Signetti.
Oh, Signetti. Well, Signetti would have been great, but I didn't know this. Evidently, Mark Cuban is an Indiana guy. So I think it's possible he's ponied up some money and to keep Signetti.
I'm sure. Yeah, that sucks.
Elon, Georgia Tech loves you. Please.
Elon. Oh, my God.
I don't care what people think about you, man. If we can win football games, we will take your money.
Oh, my God. That's funny. Wow. Well, yeah, that's good for Indiana. The thing is, though, like, I can't believe Penn State fired fired and paid that buyout to James Franklin without having someone already lined up.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe they have, maybe there's something that has been, who knows? I told you this earlier. I think Penn State's about to spiral in a bad way after this. I see someone GT on top talking about Gruden. Gruden himself said he would be an awful college coach. I don't understand why people want to hire him as a college coach. He's like, let me tell you something, man. I would be sanctioned to hell if I was in college. I don't understand those rules, man.
Like Belichick, yeah. I mean, you have the greatest NFL coach of all time come to college, and look how he's doing.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out how the hell. By the way, they're laying the groundwork to fire him. Like we talked about the Robert Torres that had released a meeting, and I'm still unclear as to what the hell the meeting was, but it was a football meeting with the football staff. And Jordan Hudson takes point. I'll tell you that. Have you seen it?
That video is insane. I sent it to you.
You're the one who sent it to me. Have you seen it? I sent it to you, dumbass.
Look, it's okay. I do that all the time. I'm like, dude, you should have been there. We had this insane party that was like the best thing ever. And, to my friends, and they'll be like, I was there. I know.
Dude, I've done that with women.
I did that with Cody. I was like, dude. We were watching this jackpot stream, and he was crashing out. It was crazy. He was like, I was there.
He was. No, I've done this with women, dude, like where it's like, oh, they move away and come back. And I'm like, oh, I'll take you to this place. And she's like, you took me there already.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 places in a row. She's like, been there with you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a total idiot. It's like, well, I don't know. You've eaten everywhere in the state of Georgia, I guess, lady. That this ain't gonna work out.
You've gone through your opening script.
Yeah, I need Chat GPT. Where the hell are we gonna eat?
That's funny.
What were we even talking about? Oh, all these coaching carousels. Colorado State fired their coach. Talked about Florida firing their coach. Let me just try and name off all the Power 4 teams that have fired coaches. We know. So Arkansas has fired their coach.
Yeah.
We just talked about Florida. Penn State. I get is Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah.
I know that there's got to be more. Who else has fired their coach?
Virginia Tech.
That's 5.
UCLA.
6.
Yeah, that's something that we should probably look up. Open college football jobs. Here we go. Oh, Colorado State fired their coach today, which is obviously, who cares? But the funny thing is the guy's name was Norvell. So everybody was joking. Everybody was joking about that today. So we have Penn State, Florida, Arkansas, UCLA, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, Stanford, Oregon.
Oh, that's right. That was before the season.
Yeah. Oregon State. You're getting into the weeds here. So
UAB too fired Trent Dilfer, and I don't know if you know about Trent Dilfer. He's widely considered the best or the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. He was awful. But yeah, UAB's looking. Do you think that would be? I think Key would be more likely to go to UAB than Florida.
Yeah.
He turned that job down once already.
That's
he
funny.
might when he was at Central Florida, actually.
Yeah. So the coaching carousel is going to be insane this year, and there's still a few that might come open. Like, look,
Florida State,
LSU.
Oh yeah. What is Brian Kelly's buyout though? It's got to be crazy.
I'm sure it's crazy, but Brian Kelly is pissing everybody off down there.
Yes. That fake Southern shit has run its course.
So to have that many high-profile schools looking for a coach, well, I guess just Florida and Penn State are the 2 highest profile for now. But you could throw Florida State and
Oh, Oregon State. That's right.
Yeah.
Auburn probably going to fire Hugh Freeze.
Auburn too. Like that's like half the SEC firing their coaches over here. But they're the best. They're the best conference. Look out for the SEC.
Oh, that just tells you how much they care. I love how, like, they will immediately contradict themselves. Like, they'll say Miami getting beat shows how weak the ACC is.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, let's say Alabama loses to Mississippi State. Well, that shows how deep the SEC is.
Yeah.
When that happens.
Exactly. So, I don't know. All I know is Brent Key's not going anywhere. If I had to bet anything, Brent Key's not taking any job. He's staying right at home.
Yeah. So Kelly's buyout at LSU would cost $53 million, which would be either the second or third highest buyout ever paid. If Norvell's paid, that'll be the new second highest buyout ever paid.
Trip Hicks says Kelly would be a fit at Penn State.
You know what? I don't necessarily disagree with that.
I don't disagree, but the same knocks on Kelly, you could say, or the same knocks on James Franklin, you could say for Kelly. Like, is he going to be the guy that gets you to elite status? No. He's going to be the guy that maybe wins, 8 games or whatever, but that's not what they want. I don't know.
Oh, Clark Lee's someone that we haven't talked about, the coach at
That's
Vandy.
very true.
I think he should be a hot name right now.
Do you think Penn State takes the second Vanderbilt coach in a row?
That would be great. And then ends up firing him, too, after he wins 100-plus games for him.
That's like how South Carolina kept hiring Florida coaches.
Yeah, and then firing them.
Yeah.
Who hires Faulkner? I was talking with Papa Rec earlier today, and because my thing was, if I'm Virginia Tech, I would be interested in Buster Faulkner. And their thing is, well, we need, we're not going coordinator. We got all this money we've got together, yada yada yada. Are we going to see things like, as much as we trash Kirby? Kirby's had success at Georgia. He was a coordinator before he was hired. That wasn't terribly long ago. And when you hire a coordinator, you don't have to sign them to the stupidest contract your school's ever given someone. Like Virginia Tech wanted to get Buster, they could pay him $5.5–6 million a year on a 5-year contract or something. And then if you have to fire him, you're not spending $50 million. So I don't know why more of that's not happening.
Well, they went group of 5 with Fuentes. Then they went coordinator with Pry. So, clearly nothing they're doing is working.
Ooh. Faulkner to Arkansas would be good, too.
Well, they wanted him bad for OC this past year. Yeah. Which is funny to hear all the Arkansas fans. It's so funny. Twitter's like so magical, dude. You can get into beefs with the most random teams. We've been in beefs with Oklahoma State and then Arkansas last year when they were like, "Oh, we're coming for Buster. We want him." Yeah, instead they got Petrino.
The guy that he probably still's got that dumbass neck cast in his closet next time he wants to get on a motorcycle with a 22-year-old that ain't his wife.
Yeah. Mayhem on fire with the super chats. Thank you a lot for the 5. It's actually crazy that I've legit seen Fran Brown to Penn State being a conversation.
That's stupid.
Again, Fran Brown is the same boat as Penn State. Brent Key. Like Fran Brown, kind of rebuilt Syracuse, turned them into a good team. They sucked before he got there, and he made them good. But is he gonna get you to elite? That's what Penn State wants. Like, is he really gonna get you to the elite status? So I don't know.
Let me say it this way. Let's do this thought experiment. Let's say Penn State did hire Fran Brown, and Syracuse hired Franklin. Who do you think would clearly have the better end of that trade?
Right, I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It would be Syracuse.
You're gonna pay a $50 million buyout to James Franklin to hire Fran Clown? I don't know. I think they can do better than that. Even if they're not able to get, whoever, Signetti or whatever. I don't know, man. This coaching carousel is going to be must-watch TV this year.
Well, this is where Penn State has painted themselves into kind of an impossible corner now, because they have to hire someone who is clearly better than James Franklin to me with how much they paid in his buyout. That's not easy to do.
Uh-huh.
Who are they? So if they hired Lane Kiffin, you'd say yes. Probably you've hired someone better than James Franklin, even though I don't know that that's a foregone conclusion. But then you'd have to pay Lane $12 million a year, $13 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Leopold, head coach at Kansas. Maybe
he's a good candidate. His name was a lot hotter a couple years ago. Died down a little bit. Josh Pate, I know how that we're such huge fans of him, but he's saying Matt Campbell at Iowa State it should be at
that's
least.
true. I agree with that.
I do too. Matt Campbell.
He did lose to Colorado though, which is pretty bad.
That's like, well, I won't say it's as bad as losing to Jeff Collins, but it's pretty bad.
It's not.
It's not as bad as losing to Jeff Collins, but it's pretty bad.
But I'll tell you why it's not as bad, and this is why Jeff Collins is so bad. Someone who's a complete moron that doesn't know anything about coaching is less embarrassing to lose to than Jeff Collins because he knows about coaching and chooses to do stupid things.
Yeah.
And that's why it's worse.
Jeff Collins, coach at Virginia Tech, that would be a dream come true.
Oh my God, you trying to get me hard?
Where does Glenn Schumann end up? I don't know. Georgia fans want him fired big time.
No, they want Mike Bobo fired. I mean, look,
No,
Georgia loses one game, they want everyone fired.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of hate for Glenn Schumann too, though. Especially after the Ole Miss game, because like, did you see the drive chart for that? Touchdown, 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 touchdown. Three and out, and that loss in the game was 2 3-and-outs. Unbelievable. No one played defense in that game except for Georgia for 2 drives, and that won it.
That drive chart looked like I asked AI what the drive chart was, and it just gave me nonsense.
Yeah. Manny Diaz is Manny. PJ Jones says Manny Diaz. Maybe he's a name that people look at.
He's sitting on 3 losses right now. I mean, is that super attractive?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
one of which to a group of 5 school.
Yeah. I saw an insane stat too. In the past 3 games against Georgia Tech, Manny Diaz has been outscored in the fourth quarter like 31-7.
Oh my God, that's bad. And they have the worst 1-inch offense in the history of college football.
Their red zone offense is so bad. It's so bad,
dude.
They shit on their own foot so much in that game.
Yeah, if they're scoring, they're doing it from outside the 20.
Yeah. So that's true. The one touchdown they had wasn't it? It was like it was a long touchdown, or somewhat. But
I don't 100% don't disrespect my green wave. I'm not disrespecting your green wave. I'm just saying if you're Penn State, you're probably not going to hire someone that lost to the green wave.
It's never a good look. You paid and shelled out for the quarterback for Tulane and then lose to him. That's really embarrassing.
And they paid top dollar for him. Now, to be fair, he's put up top dollar stats for them. Oh
yeah, and they have a good offense, but still losing to that team that specifically that you got the quarterback from is embarrassing.
Yeah, it'd be like Miami beating Georgia.
That would be the day.
Or Georgia beating Miami.
That's the only case I would ever cheer for Miami, dude. That's so
I'd be
funny.
like, Miami, I take back everything.
I'd be like, go Canes!
No, I meant to say that'd be like Georgia beating Miami. But anyways, we both demonstrated our relative lack of any sort of common sense. Tulane is a good program.
Yeah, they are.
That, for sure.
They are. South Carolina 5-7. Beamer goes to Virginia Tech. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Beamer if I was Virginia. First of all, not only is Beamer a little suspect as a coach, he's also weird.
Listen, I give credit to Beamer. This is Beamer's first year. A lot of people are so hard on him. This is his first year where he's underperformed expectations. Every other year he's outperformed expectations. People are just so quick to forget, I think. Like, South Carolina was so bad under Muschamp, and he pulled them out of the dirt. I think he would be a great hire for Virginia Tech. It's just, can he get them?
I
And
don't.
look, I think that would be a great grab for Virginia Tech, but I just don't know if they can steal a coach from an SEC team like that. But I will say since they're losing, the shine is maybe worn off on Shane Beamer a little bit around there, so you might be able to grab him, and those idiots might be celebrating it. But in reality, Virginia Tech would be the winner in that situation. That's my opinion.
Well, I can't believe we haven't talked about it. The longest, fumble recovery, scoop and score.
Oh yeah,
in
dude.
Tech history.
Omar Daniels. Well, we talked about the red zone offense for Duke. It was a cacophony of errors.
Wow.
Is that the right? Is that the right word?
I don't know. Did you said it so confidently that I bought it?
I don't think cacophony is the right word.
Do not ask me to spell that, but that's right.
A comedy of errors is the phrase. That's what I was trying to think of. I don't know where I came up with cacophony.
Oh, it's a word. Cacophony, a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds.
Yeah. So a comedy of errors. I made that way more complicated than it needed to be.
So the sentence it gives is like a cacophony of deafening alarm bells.
Yeah,
What a moron, dude.
I know. I thought I was cool using a big word.
With me, who I'm certainly going to call that out if I have the opportunity to call you an idiot. But
well, whatever it is, my freaking vocabulary, as much of a disaster as it is, it's not as big of a disaster as freaking Duke's red zone offense.
No, you should have just gone with the old Muhammad Ali line. I don't know what that is, but if it's good, I'm that.
Yeah. But the opposite. I don't know what that is, but if it's bad, then Duke's red zone offense is that. They, like I said, they shit on their own foot so many times in this game. They really helped us out.
Let's go through them because they march right down the field.
Yeah.
I mean, they're averaging probably 25 yards a pass by the time they get down to the 1 or 2 yard line.
Well, they outgained us this game.
Oh, by a bunch.
Yeah.
They had 3 times as many yards. Then they had a handoff exchange. I watched it back. He didn't get hit. They just put the ball on the ground before there was any contact. Now, we did a good job at wrapping up the running back so he couldn't drop on the ball, and we take that back 95 yards. Then they get the ball back again, so we got to go right back out on defense. Same thing. They march right down the field. Then we do end up, tightening up on defense, holding to a field goal, and they doink it off the right upright. No, they don't doink it. It was a exchange issue with the kicker.
Well, the holder didn't get it right, and the kicker just stopped. I don't understand why he didn't just try to kick it at least.
Probably because he didn't want to kick the guy's hand off.
Yeah. Well, good looking out for your holder, I guess. Yeah, but the
holder
holder
done it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was a bad, he mishandled the snap and then makes the worst decision possible.
And then ran backwards 20 yards. So then we get the ball with great field position on our own 45-yard line. Of course, I think we sputtered out on that drive. And then I know they did doink one off the upright.
Okay. What was worse? Was it that okay, who pissed down their leg worse this week? Was it that play or was play with the holder?
Okay.
Or did you watch the Notre Dame game?
No.
Oh. All right, I got to see if I can pull this up. I was so baffled by this. I'm going to share my screen. I was so baffled at this that I made a post on Twitter about it, right? Let's see. I made a post about freaking Notre Dame football on Twitter. It blew my mind so bad. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Watch CJ Carr here. They're in the red zone. Just watch this.
Oh, dang. He's doing like a swan dance. This looks like water.
It throws a pig. It throws a pig.
I I
many
was
times did he change
baffled.
direction?
I was baffled. It looked
2,
way worse on TV
3.
because you got to understand he ran like 15 yards backwards, and then threw a pick.
Yeah, 1,
I said
2.
I only have this small clip, but it was so funny.
How do you fuck up
It
this
says,
bad?
"How do you fuck up this bad?" Most unbelievable things I've seen. It puts Carson Beck to shame.
Carson Beck looks at that and is like, if only.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, I'm taking this commenter or this guy in the live chat at his word. When I was live streaming that game, one of the guys who's a Louisville fan said that, when Beck got picked off and it got called back for the rough and the passer, and then he threw another pick, it was the same guy. So
Yeah.
what's worse, that or throwing 2 picks on the same drive to the same player?
Yeah, or the holder for Duke running 20 yards backwards after mishandling the snap.
That's not even close because a
Not even
holder, he's a kicker too, so he's not ever in a situation usually where he's got to make decisions. Quarterback should be the most headsy guy you have,
Right.
and he did something dumber than that kicker did.
Yeah.
I think it's the Notre Dame play out of all 3 of those.
The Notre Dame, it looked even worse in person. Like he ran so far away, or not in person, but from the broadcast view, because that was from backwards. It didn't look as bad, but I was watching that game and I couldn't believe my eyes, dude.
Someone needs to put music over that, like the funky chicken dance.
Yeah, or yakety sax. That's one of the most unbelievable things I've seen, dude.
All right, I finally juked him to get enough room. Now it's time to make the perfect decision. Shit.
And I said it too. I was like, he thinks he's Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, dude. So that was the
Did Notre
dumbass.
Dame lose?
No, they beat him by 10. He did that and still beat Southern Cal by 10.
Do you think Southern Cal paying Lincoln Riley $10 million a year is a little silly now?
Yes. Yes. The Riley brothers are down bad right now.
Yeah, Garrett Riley and Lincoln Riley are dog shit.
Yeah. Their way of doing things is clearly they're getting left behind.
By the way, we haven't even talked about this. How down bad is Clemson? How many wins is Clemson sitting on?
That's right. They don't have a single good win this year. Their best win is Troy.
Yeah, I mean they have 1 ACC win. They have 2 ACC wins. They beat the worst 2 teams in the conference, and that's it.
Cody sent me a funny video. It was them turning Clemson into a Spirit Halloween. That's about all that stadium's. Spirit Halloween.
Oh, it's all orange.
No, because Spirit Halloween, basically what they do is they take over dead businesses. Like if anything goes out of business, like you'll find them in an old Blockbuster. They basically,
I know
yeah. So they were taking over Memorial Stadium there, because it's a dead place, I guess. It cracked me up.
Do you want to watch this game or get a $300 12-foot tall Freddy Krueger? You be the judge. So they are 3-4, and they're on a bye this week. They just lost to SMU 35-24, which is still embarrassing because I don't think SMU's like a great team. I just don't. But then they got Duke for homecoming. They could get beat by Duke. By the way, Cade Klubnik's hurt, right?
Yeah, and I saw an insane stat. That is the first time that Clemson has had a quarterback miss a game due to injury since like before Deshaun Watson.
It's crazy.
Which is an insane stat. I know that Trevor Lawrence missed one game, but that was because of COVID, I guess, if you want to get technical.
It wasn't due to injury. And Trevor Lawrence was a mobile quarterback. He threw much more, but he had wheels on him. So they've got Duke, Florida State, which if they can't beat Florida, if they get beat by Florida State, they might actually start considering firing Dabo Swinney.
In their own building, too. Not that that's a thing. They play horrible at home. They can't win a game at home.
No.
Why is that? Why are they so bad, dude? They're making our win over them looks like shit, dude. I'm beside myself, dude.
I said this last night. Like, I'm embarrassed that we rushed the field against them a little bit.
I get it because, like, you know, even if they're not that good, even if, you know, it was at the end of the year and they were sitting on like 6 wins or something like that,
it would be embarrassing.
Maybe, but those people have beat us 10 years in a row, so I think that's something to celebrate. They're supposed to be at least a big rival. Yeah, they're down bad.
No, they are.
They're
so
down
they got
bad this year.
Florida State at home. Both of them are at home. At Louisville. Louisville might beat the brakes off Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Furman.
They're losing to Duke.
So, yeah. So, Duke. Let me find. So, they need 3 more wins. Furman is a win. Florida State, I think, is a win.
Are you trying to get them to a bowl?
Yes. Then they've got to win one of these games. At South Carolina. At Louisville. Duke at home.
At home. You can forget winning a game at home.
But at Louisville, and I know South Carolina ain't great, but they beat them 2 years in a row now.
They're not winning. They're not beating Louisville.
They're not beating Louisville. Oh, yeah, Louisville beat them last year. And then South Carolina's beat them 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah, there's just no way, dude.
They might miss a bowl.
Oh, my God.
I mean, am I being crazy in how I'm looking at that? I don't think so.
Mayhem Matthew, thank you again for the 5. He says, what's more embarrassing, Vandy not rushing the field on top 10 LSU or Georgia Tech fans rushing the field on Clemson? You think it was embarrassing that Vandy didn't rush the field against LSU?
Yeah, that's a weird – I don't really know what you're getting at.
Well, to answer your question, I think it's more embarrassing that we rushed the field. Maybe we rush the field beating Clemson, but don't tear down the goalpost.
Well, if I'm rushing the field, I'm taking some goalposts.
Well, there's levels to it. But you guys got to understand, that we lost to them 10 years in a row. And they're a rival. Like, I know people have forgotten about it, but they are a rival. To sit there and lose to them over and 10 years in a row, it was a massive weight off our shoulders to finally beat those bastards.
Oh, at the time, it made all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in retrospect, it's kind of like, man, you don't feel as great about it.
I'll say this. We have 1 field rush left. I think everybody knows what that is. We only have one of those left in the near future. So
what is it? I'm confused.
Georgia.
You're saying Georgia? You can't rush the field at Mercedes.
I'm not saying that we rush the field at Mercedes.
What are you saying? You said we have 1 field rush left in us.
Yeah, in the near future. For the foreseeable future. It's going to have to be in 2 years, but that's the only situation that we're going to be able to rush the field again.
Okay.
So
you phrased that all kinds of weird, but
no, I didn't. You just don't understand.
If I don't understand, it means you messed up somewhere.
Okay. I can explain it for you, but I can't understand it for you. Oh, my God.
Just going to look at you right in your stupid face right now.
Yeah. You can look at me all you want. In my stupid
You don't pay for StreamYard, so my video's all pixelated, even though I have a kick-ass camera. I wasn't going to bring it up until now.
Oh.
Now I will.
It looks
now
fine.
I will.
I don't pay. You pay for StreamYard?
No, but it's fitting that I trash you for it at this moment.
Well, man, I think we've said quite a bit tonight.
I think you're right.
Anything left? We covered the Syracuse game.
Cut out.
Week. I said, is there anything left? We covered the Syracuse game this week. We talked about, I guess, our path to the ACC title briefly. We just need to win out, really. I mean, if we lose, then we're going to be in a crazy tiebreaker thing. We just don't want to be in that scenario. There's going to be a ton of one-loss ACC teams.
Yeah, that's a video I need to
Yeah.
do and research, is looking into exactly how the tiebreak rules in the ACC work. That's my next order of business.
Just off the top of my head, I don't think that we would be in a good spot if we lost a game, because I think they go into point differentials and we win our other games close. So,
But that's way down the list, I think. Like, I think that's like sixth thing considered.
really,
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that's the case. Like, I think the first thing they look at is common opponents. We won't have any.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we will have common opponents. So,
But they look at the score differentials for those, don't they?
Well, then I think they look at like ranking. Again, I don't want to speak on it because I don't know all the rules for it. But
If they look at AP ranking, that's crazy. I mean, it's got to be playoff ranking, right?
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking forward to you doing the research and putting together video and explaining it to me, because I'm definitely not going to do that.
I'm looking forward to me doing that too. I was thinking about it earlier today. Like, damn, I'm looking forward to me doing that.
But yeah, Tech needs to just handle business. That's the easiest way to get to the title game. I know it's easier said than done. We got 4 games left. We do have a bye week in the middle of them, so we'll get a chance to catch our breath and prepare for, the last 2 games, which Boston College should be easy, but Pitt will be no easy out. I'm looking at them as kind of the final thing, right? And then, of course, there's the Georgia game, which doesn't obviously matter for the ACC, but that's still that's a 1-game season in and of itself.
Well, and that's another thing you got to take care of. Like,
right.
I mean, you got to win that game.
Yeah, especially after what happened last year.
Yeah, I mean, a ton of heartache with that whole clean old-fashioned hate. It's been miserable, and you just got to win the game.
Yeah.
You just got to win the game. And spoiler, I'm not even talking shit going into that game. I don't know what you're going to do. My thing is just win it. Just win it. There's nothing for me to say.
I'm going to talk a lot of shit at that game.
You already did. You already started.
There's no way I can't. Just being me and my history with them on my channel, like it almost feels like everything's been building up to this, which I hate to put that much importance on the one game, because in reality it's going to be a toss-up. I don't care how good they perceive themselves to be or how fraudulent we are. That game's going to be a toss-up. Like, that's a throw the records out of the window type of situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, I'm sure we'll have plenty to say about that. Do you have anything coming up?
Just the usual, man. We got the ACC power ranking video that I do coming out. I'll probably do some kind of video talking about Georgia Tech Syracuse. I need to do a video about how this tie break works. Obviously, I do late night streams, so I'll be streaming whatever the 10:30 game is, if there's one Friday or Saturday. Hell, maybe I should do one on BYU. I don't know, but I got a lot of stuff coming up. That's what I got going on me.
Cool. We have, of course, the ACC show tomorrow or Tuesday. I mean, I hope you can join us for that. I know you're not always able to. It looks like Cal and Virginia Tech are playing Friday night.
What time?
7:30.
Yeah, I'll stream that. I'll stream it. Now, by the way, I've got to say this before I get off here. I streamed the entire UNC Cal game till like 2:30 in the morning. It's the most awful, boring game of football I've ever seen. Middle school football has more competent, fundamentally sound football played than what I watched. It was so boring. We looked up penile implants. We found out that those are covered in some instances under Medicaid, which is good to know. We looked up alien abduction insurance, and I actually called the line to shop out alien abduction insurance, which is another video I've got to do. I'm going to try and buy alien abduction insurance, and probably in the video with, this was a better use of my time than watching that shitty football game of UNC versus Cal.
Well, be on the lookout for late night rec streams. Those are always a good time.
They're crazy.
Well, Rick, I appreciate you coming on. We've said all we can say. We are freaking 7-0, dude, and we're the 7th ranked team in the country. So, Jackets on top, baby.
Let's
Jackets
go.
on top. Let's go. Thanks, everybody, for coming in tonight. Huge freaking crowd tonight, and thank you, everybody, so much for the Super Chats. Y'all killed it tonight with that. Go Jackets, and we will see y'all next time.
See you.